Hi guys, welcome to our postpartum series. My name is Jess. Today we're going to get started in a seated position. So we're going to start right off with a little bit of a warm up, starting with the neck, just gently bringing your head down side to side, releasing a little bit of tension. Just feeling that nice stretch down from the neck to the trap and shoulder. Let's do one more here. And bring it back to center. Well done. Remembering our breathing in through the nose, sending the breath into the rib cage and out through the mouth. Remembering to engage our core and pelvic floor at 20 to 30% throughout the class. So let's go into some cat-cow from seated. So I'll come to the side. We're going to start with our cat. We round our shoulders forward. We press back, rounding the upper back to feel a nice stretch and release. Pressing your belly in towards your spine. And then for your cow, you're going to stick out the chest. Pull your shoulder blades together to get a nice activation there in the upper back. Let's just do a few more here. Breathing. Taking it slow, feeling that nice release. We're going to do one more of each. Really squeeze the back here, opening up those shoulders and back to center. Well done. Okay, a little bit more posture correction. We're going to be doing our spine twist from here. So you can sit comfortably with your legs crossed or straight out in front of you. It's up to you. You just want to be tall through your spine. So some nice good posture there and back. Shoulders are down and back. We're going to take those index fingers and thumbs together. Index fingers under chin, thumbs rest on your sternum. Drop the elbows down, drop the shoulders down. You don't want to be all tense here. You want to keep your core engaged, pelvic floor lifted. Let's start rotating now from side to side. So just increasing the mobility of our spine. Just taking your time here, trying to go as far as you can without overturning the neck, which is the reason for these fingers. Keep breathing. Let's do one more on each side. And back to center. Well done, guys. Let's come down to our backs. So coming down to your back with your knees bent, shoulders are flat against the mat. Chin is tucked like you're holding a little ball between the chin and the chest. We have a nice neutral pelvis. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Core and pelvic floor are switched on from here. Let's do a few pelvic tilts. I love to start with these when we're lying on our back. It helps us connect to our core, engage those muscles as well as the pelvic floor. So we're going to be tilting those hips up to the ceiling as we squeeze the abs inwards. Lift and squeeze the pelvic floor. We're using our exhale here. Inhale, we release back to neutral. Let's keep going with that. Exhale. Squeeze that core. Lift that pelvic floor. Inhale, release. Let's keep going. Exhale. Inhale, release. And again. Inhale, release. Last one, exhale. Inhale, release. Well done. Let's keep those arms by our sides. We're going to go into something called the double leg stretch. So let's bring our knees into chest. Keep your feet and knees together for this one and take your hands on your shins. We're going to lift our tailbone up off the mat from here. So gently lifting that tailbone to activate those lower abdominals. We're just going to keep the head down on the mat today. So this is safe for diastasis recti. If you have that abdominal separation, you can keep going with us here. So on your exhale, I want you to extend your arms and legs out in a straight line, hovering them in the air, lengthening through the body. On your inhale, you're going to circle your arms round to bring those knees back in, always lifting that tailbone up. So let's keep going with that. Exhale, extend. Inhale, circle round. Double leg stretch. Keep going. If you're finding it too challenging to straighten your legs, feel free to keep a slight bend in them. So if you're doing the slight bend, it would look something like that. A little bit easier on the core. Let's keep going. 3 more. Last one. Well done. Keep those knees in. Roll side to side. That's a challenging one. Keep breathing. Place your feet back to the mat from here. We're going to go into our shoulder bridge now. So we're going to just do a basic shoulder bridge, going through the whole thing together. Let's bring those feet a little bit closer towards us with about 2 fists between the knees and the feet. Feet pointing forward. Be mindful of that distance between the knees and feet throughout the bridge. A lot of people will let their knees kind of come away at the top. You want to be mindful of those knees, okay? Arms by your sides to start. Let's tilt our hips up to the ceiling. And then imagine your spine like Velcro as you peel away from the mat, vertebra by vertebra, until you reach your shoulder blades. From here, you want to make sure you're not over bridging. Watch that back is not arching. You want a nice slope from the knees to the chest. Ribs are down. Bring your arms overhead at the top. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your arms down and slowly roll yourself down vertebra by vertebra. This is going to engage your deep core because you're really taking your time to come up and down like a bike chain. So let's keep going with that. Articulating that spine as we do this. Keep breathing. You want to be engaging your pelvic floor as well here. On this next one, I want you to stay in your bridge with your arms by your sides. So don't bring them overhead. We're gonna be doing our tabletop marches in our bridge, working through the deep core. Keep your hips stable at the top. Don't let them shift side to side, controlling the leg as it comes up to tabletop and back down slowly. So it's important you're doing this with control, working from our center, our deep core. Keep breathing. You can do it. Stay lifted in your bridge. For those who feel like they can, if you want to bring your arms overhead, you can do this here, but just be careful that you're not shifting through the hips because this makes it a little bit harder on that stability. Keep going. We're almost there. Let's go for one more on each side. Last one. Bring your arms down if they were overhead and roll yourself down, vertebra by vertebra, hugging the knees into your chest to release that lower back. Well done. That was a hard one. Taking a few deep breaths here, placing the feet back down. Okay, let's move on to another core exercise. Bringing our right leg into tabletop first. Knee in line with hip, shin parallel to the ceiling. Let's get that spine imprinted. Drive those ribs down to your hips. Press your tailbone into the mat. Bring those abs inwards as you lift that second leg up. From here, we're gonna have two options for today. You can keep your head on the mat, especially if you have that abdominal separation. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can lift your head and shoulders and your arms and look between the legs. We're going into a single leg extension. So starting with the right side, I want you to extend it, lengthening it away from you. Bring it back into tabletop. Now we keep alternating sides. Exhale, extend. Inhale back to center. Keep going. Keep those ribs down, spine imprinted, pelvic floor lifted. Let's go for one more on each side. Last one. Bring your legs down and go into a full body extension here. Just releasing off. Well done. Okay, we're coming over to our right side now. So we're gonna come onto our right side. We're gonna get ourselves up onto our forearm from here. You wanna make sure your elbow is directly underneath that shoulder. Remember, we don't wanna strain our shoulder. We don't wanna be leaning into the arm either. So staying lifted through your obliques. We're doing our clamshells again today. Really good for strengthening those glutes, the pelvic floor, and working on some hip stabilization. So keeping that side body lifted, let's just start opening and closing that top leg. Remember, you have a second option here. You can lift the feet off the mat. It makes it a little bit harder. So let's keep going. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bring it down. Well done, guys. Let's turn ourselves over to all fours from here. So placing the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, core is nice and engaged from here. We're going to be doing opposite arm and leg extensions with little taps. We're going to be doing one side at a time. So we're going to lift our left arm and our right leg first. Let's bring it out and up in a straight line with our body. Reach that arm forward, reach that leg back. Make sure your hips are staying squared up to the mat. Keep your arm and leg extended out. Bring them down to the floor in a straight line, just tapping it down the floor and then back up in line with your body. Let's keep going with that. Exhale to tap. Inhale back up. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Bring it back to center with control. Over to the other side. Right arm, left leg. Let's get it out in a straight line. Bring it up in line with your body. Keep those hips squared to the mat. Let's start going with those taps. Exhale, tap. Inhale, back up. Two more. Last one. Bring it back to center and push yourself into a child's pose, releasing off. Few deep breaths here. Well done. We're going to come over to our left side for those clamshells. So bringing yourself to your left, remembering to get the elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Knees are stacked, feet are stacked, hips are pointing up to the ceiling. Keep yourself lifted through those obliques. We can open and close that top leg with the feet on the mat, or you're going to lift your feet to make it a little bit more challenging. Keep going. Almost there. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can bring it down. Well done. We're coming to seated now. So let's get into a seated position with our knees bent. From here, we're going to sit with a nice tall spine. We're going to do a little play on our roll-ups. We're not going to be doing the roll-ups, something a little bit different today. So everybody will take their hands out in line with their shoulders. We're going to roll ourselves down about halfway, staying in the curl. So tuck your chin, round your shoulders, roll yourself down to about halfway. From here, I want you to lift your right arm up in a straight line. Bring it back to center. The other side. The arm comes up. Back to center. Keep going. The lower you are, the harder it is. So if you feel like it's too easy, come a little lower. If you feel like it's too hard, come a little higher. Keep going with that. Keep alternating. You can do it. Keep your ribs tucked under. Keep your C curve. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. You can come down to your back. Well done, guys. Let's stretch our glutes. Cross your right foot over your left knee and bring that leg up. Take your hands behind the left thigh, bring it in. Few deep breaths here. Let's go over to the other side. Left foot over right knee, bring it in. Bring it in a little further. Feeling a nice release in that glute. Well done. Let's come to seated and do a nice straddle. Gonna get into our hips, inner thighs, our hamstrings. So I want you to open up the legs as wide as you can. Take your hands behind you and just scoot your pelvis forward. From here, you can have your hands on your shins, your ankles, or in the center. You just want to be bringing your head towards the floor. Carefully, you don't want to overstretch. So just easing into it. Let's just hold it for a few seconds here. Breathing into it, feeling it, stretching all the way down your leg. Now bring your head a little closer to the floor. Keep breathing. And another little pull forward. And come back to a comfortable position because you are finished for today. Well done, guys. Keep it up. You're doing great work. I hope you're proud of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.